Let's look into the film. In this video, we're looking at KJ Henry. The Cowboys just signed KJ Henry from the practice squad of the Bengals, but we're going to look at some of his tape on what he was able to do in the National Football League. He's 6'4", right at 250 pounds, and he's an edge rusher. He's freakishly athletic. The cons on his resume, according to most scouts, been his hands and his pad level. He got to keep his pad levels low, and we're going to look at some of the film that he is able to put out here. Now, he had 1.5 sacks in his career, and it's not glory numbers. I think the Cowboys are just looking for a person that can come into this particular system that's already familiar with Jeff Scanina. He's pretty much talked glowingly of KJ, and I think that Henry is just one of those things of the bottom of the barrel scraping to see whether or not someone can come in with semblance. Now, he got some athleticism to his game. I think that the Cowboys, looking at this since they moved Demarcus Lawrence to IR, right, and they also got Micah Parsons out for a long stint of time, and we don't know for sure how long it will be. It's week to week from what we hear from reports. But when you look at KJ, he's a 4.6 speed guy, 40 guy, and we're going to see whether or not he can help out on this team or for this team. He's primarily, to me, a better run stomper than he is a edge rusher. He tried to disengage here, just long conversation, fool around and allow the opposition to get their hands too much inside. He's going to have to work on those type of things and separation. See, just got to continue to move feet and get there. To me, his game tape, his speed is not really there. Fighting and playing through the echoes of the whistle, I don't see a lot of that. However, he is pretty much solid with his approach on the edge and playing contain. And the Cowboys, they're going to have to fool around and figure out a way to find a guy that can bend and get around the edge. As you can see, he kind of plays a little too high. And those are the things that some of the scouting reports showed and said, and we're seeing it also as we look at everything. Hear him on the edge here. A good rush inside here, but I really want him to have a plan of action with his moves, and those are some of the things. You want a shoulder dip, but he goes with a bull rush through the body, not playing half man, and he's trying to get some pressure here on the edge, but it's not what we expecting. He don't have the criterias of dip shoulders, bend in a ton, or a gang of pass rush moves. But he is a solid guy on the edge on stopping the run, and there he was on the other play there. So when you look at everything, Cowboy Nation, hopefully this will be a situation where you bring him in. The Cowboys felt as if though on potential side they want to keep him here for 2 years here because of the contract states that. So they like what they're able to see out of him. But I'm telling you guys, he's more of a solid, more of, hey, maybe on the bottom end of this, because I would still take Chauncey over him. I would still have Carl Lawson's over him. I would still have MK over him, and as well as Tyrus Wheat. So you talking about a guy that's going to be for depth purposes, maybe special teams to come in to help alleviate some things. In my opinion, that's why he's here, because you need this particular situation. Who's going to line up when you do field goals? Who's going to line up when you do those type of things? And hopefully it will be this particular guy in this situation. The Cowboys, once again, done signed a guy, in my opinion, that's athletic, got high upside, but will not be a major factor as it relates to playing for the Cowboys in the up and coming weeks here. I just don't see a lot of bend. I don't see a lot of burst. And I'm not trying to beat him up. Who knows? Change of scenery, this could work. I always tell people it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. So that's just what we're seeing off of this. Hey, put the hand placements there. You just got to work on disengaging, ripping, and keeping his pad levels lower. There's a good pressure right there. They said he had a decent preseason showcasing, but preseason you can only take that with a grain of salt. And that was a good pressure there. If you want to go back and give someone a good grade here, you can do that there. I just wish he kept his feet up under him. He's standing upright, gets off of the LOS, He got good get off too. I like that. He's got to keep his hands. He got to keep his base right here. And it would have been even better if you had a pursuit beeline to the quarterback here. But the quarterback is able to rip it and get it out to the edge here, and nearly a pick. So, Cowboy Nation, this is a sign of familiarity of KJ with Jeff Scanina, the defensive line coach, of course, so that he won't have to pick up a large learning curve. Now, there are other guys that's out there that's available, like the Shaq Lawsons of the world. Also, the Yannick Ngakoue. I think that those guys, the Cowboys should bring in at least for a cup of coffee. I hope that the Cowboys don't just sit on their hands with this and say, okay, we're comfortable with this particular pickup. This was a good rep right here. Yeah, forces the quarterback to reset his feet. Wish he would have got home a little bit earlier here. And we are talking about a guy that's signed from the practice squad. And whenever you sign someone from the practice squad, you got to put him on the 53. So I don't know if he would be a game day active guy, but he is a guy that's on this Cowboys team, and we'll be looking at KJ Henry. Hey, the Cowboys did sign a Henry, though, right? That's a decent rep right here. Just a long conversation engaging, though. I need for him to play half body. I need for him to have a set of move, but this rip, disengage. Nah, dip that shoulder and get back there. But even though you want to win every rep, even if the ball is away from the player, you still want to make sure that you're practicing your technique here. You got to dip a little bit, and if you can see, he just got to keep them pad levels low. He plays so high, and I can see right now that coaches probably be yelling at him, hey, get low, get low, get low, get low. Yeah, that's good hand fighting here. You got to disengage, rip a little bit better here. All right, look, plan of action, get half body. Don't stop your feet. Keep your feet moving. Yeah, a body in motion stays in motion. So he's very, very raw to a degree. He's athletic. He just got to work on some of those pass rush moves, and he'll be able to be a fine-tuned, well machine right here. Oh, that's a good rep right here. That's a good rep. Twist inside. Just got to keep his feet up under him. His feet, your feet is everything that was going to carry you around, huh? And the offensive lineman threw him around like a rag dog. But if he can keep his base and his feet together and dip, shoot, he can be who we think he can be with that athleticism, or what he did in Clemson. But outside of all of that, Cowboy Nation, Henry is a pickup for the Cowboys. Not saying that he's the end-all, be-all, but hopefully the Cowboys can utilize and use Henry as a rotational piece, just like they did before. Or he could be signed here, play a few weeks, and then move him to the practice squad for developing. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Hey, KJ Henry, just not Derrick Henry. But it is what it is. DC for life. Baby, salute. We're out. Peace.